News headlines.
Entertainment.
Sports.
It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rock, go ahead. Rock.
What's up, my man? Let's get it.
Just cover me for a second.
Got you, my dog. L.A. Lakers, man. We got the sports. Then we're going to go to Eva for front pages, man. L.A. Lakers, man, lose to the Phoenix Suns, ending their playoff hopes. That's right. All Lakers fans. Let me tell you something, man. When you got LeBron James, when you got Anthony Davis, when you got Russell Westbrook, you know what I'm saying, and you don't make the playoffs, something wrong. Even though there were some injuries or whatever, but Lakers fans, they lost their 7th straight game, and they eliminated from any kind of playoff this year. Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson has been ordered by the court to address whether he had sexual relations with 18 massage therapists. He has 30 days to comply. He also must provide other information about his massage history since 2019, including any language in his contract with the Houston Texans. So the saga continues. Last but not least, man, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar apologizes to LeBron James. He said it was not his intention to criticize LeBron in any way. He has done so much for the black community and the game of basketball. So we don't have to agree on everything, but I apologize, and I hope he accepts my apologies. So big up to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for doing that. Maria Moore got the tease. What's happening?
Yes. I have the news, Rock Cheesy, Cheesy. Good morning, everyone. Here's what's happening in news. In a video address to the UN Security Council yesterday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accused Russian forces of war crimes. He charged that Ukrainian civilians had been tortured, shot in the back of the head, thrown down wells, intentionally blown up with grenades, and crushed to death by tanks in their cars. He also added that women were raped and killed in front of their children. In response, the U.S. and European allies will impose new sanctions on Russia today that will include tougher sanctions on Russian financial institutions and government-owned enterprises, government officials, and their family members. A $10 million COVID-19 funding package for treatments, vaccines, and testing agreed to in a bipartisan compromise was blocked by Senate Republicans yesterday. They said they will hold it up unless Democrats agree to vote on an immigration amendment. In other news, the Oklahoma State House approved legislation that would outlaw abortion, making it a felony punishable by up to 10 years in prison. A lot of folks were surprised about that one, Ricky. And the leader of the far-right Proud Boys group pled not guilty yesterday to charges that he led a plot to stop the certification of Joe Biden's presidential election victory. That's what's happening in news this morning. Gary, what's happening with that tea?
All right, y'all, the list is out, honey. Forbes' annual list of worldwide billionaires, y'all, is chock full of celebrities, honey. Now, they're saying that the American Business Magazine released its annual report on billionaires around the world on yesterday, which includes some returning billionaires and entrepreneurs who made the cut, for the first time. Now, it's being reported that Rihanna, 34, is among the freshman class of billionaires, becoming the first billionaire of her home country of Barbados. Now, according to Forbes, now declared the world's richest, y'all, female musician, the pop star, y'all, has leveraged her Fenty Beauty cosmetic line and her Savage X Fenty lingerie, honey, and it's worth, y'all, $1.7 billion, according to the magazine. Now, they're saying that she ranked at number 1,729 on the list. And also, y'all, other entertainment moguls who made the list, y'all, they're saying the director Peter Jackson, y'all, who helmed the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit film trilogy. Now, he became a billionaire in November after selling his stake in the Weta digital film effects shop to Unity Software for $975 million. Now, according to Forbes, they say he's number 1,929 on the list, and his net worth is $1.5 billion. Now, also becoming a billionaire, last year, Kim Kardashian, she landed at number 1,645 on the billionaire list with a net of $1.8 billion, and her ex-husband, Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, he also appeared on the list, and he deemed he's at number 1,519, and he's worth $2 billion. And then there's, Steven Spielberg, who's worth $3.7 billion. They're saying that rapper Jay-Z, who landed at number 2,076, he's worth $1.3 billion. And then there's Oprah Winfrey with $2.6 billion, and filmmaker Tyler Perry, who's $1 billion, y'all. And the only part that saddens my heart, though, is with Jay-Z, y'all, because, Jay-Z has a wife called Beyonce. Look like she would be on the billionaire list, too, but she's not a billionaire yet. But I thought when you married...
If he a billionaire, Gary, she a billionaire. They together.
That's how it works.
Yeah, but if he's a billionaire, she's a billionaire, why are we not calling her name?
It's hers.
That's what I thought.
She ain't worried about it.
But they're not calling her name on the list, honey. They did not say Beyonce. They said... rapper Jay-Z is
That's all right, Gary. They ain't got to call her name. She got the numbers to them accounts.
Okay.
Come on now.
Them the numbers that matter.
She got that debit card linked to it. She good.
She know the pen and everything.
Yeah, but they need to acknowledge her because Beyonce worked real hard and stuff, and they're not putting this girl name out there.
She ain't worried about it, Gary. She ain't worried.
Okay, well, I'm just saying because, honey, we love Beyonce. All right, the color of the day, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color of the day, y'all, is skydiver. On the high end, you say skydiver, and on the low end, you say beautiful dark blue. That's your color for the day. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Tory Lanez was taken into custody, and I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 before the top of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brad?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the Hot Spot. Excuse my voice, but we bring you music, movies, and more, so let's get off into it. Well, y'all, Tory Lanez appeared in a Los Angeles court on Tuesday for the pretrial hearing for his felony assault case stemming from the shooting incident involving Meg Thee Stallion from last summer. And according to XXL, Tory was taken into custody after the judge presiding over the case determined that Tory violated the protective and personal contact orders of protection Meg had against him. Now, Tory's bail was increased from $250,000 to $325,000. Tory was released from custody hours after the court hearing. His lawyer, Sean Holley, released a statement which said the DA requested that Mr. Peterson's bail be revoked or, in the alternative, that it be increased to $5 million. We are pleased that the court rejected those outrageous requests. It was also said in court that the DNA of 4 people were found on the gun from the July 2020 shooting incident. Therefore, it was inclusive whether or not Tory's DNA was even on the gun. He was also excluded as a contributor in his DNA being on the gun's magazine or clip. Now, Meg Thee Stallion's attorney, Alex Spiro, said in a statement, a judge found sufficient evidence of Mr. Peterson's guilt in order to stand him on trial. Additionally, the judge found sufficient evidence today that he violated the order of protection and had him handcuffed in the courtroom. The self-serving noise in this case will not change the fact or prevent this case from proceeding. Tory Lanez was found guilty of violating the protective order that had already been in place since July, and last year in July when he performed at Rolling Loud with the baby. I remember doing a story on that. We talked about that. He was supposed to be 100 yards from Meg Thee Stallion. So, Lord have mercy. That is what happened in that case. So he violated the order.
Well,
it seems like he may not be, he may get off for the gun thing. So he probably heard that back then when he started talking about wait till you hear what come out. But it's better to just remain silent than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. My grandmother taught me that. All right, y'all, moving on. According to the New York Daily News, R. Kelly is upset with his former attorneys and recently filed an affidavit criticizing them over the jury selection process in his sexual abuse case. Kelly's claims, he claims that there were several jurors who may have seen the 2019 Surviving R. Kelly documentary. Lord have mercy. If you see that'll sway anybody's judgment. He wrote at certain he wrote at certain points during jury selection, I did hear some jurors may have seen the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries, and that concerned me greatly. I raised my concerns with my attorneys, but they shooed me off. I was nothing more than a bystander in the process. There was no strategy involved in choosing jurors that sat on my jury as far as I could tell. At least there was no trial strategy involved my input. The singer was convicted of federal racketeering and sex trafficking charges. He is scheduled to be sentenced on May 4th and facing a maximum of life in prison. Who, Lord have mercy. We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note because that was kind of deep. But coming up next, we got Rock T's HBCU Know. And if you got any questions for Dr. MJ Collier, y'all hit us up at 8669-RICKEY. That's 8669-RICKEY. Who we repping today, Rock T?
Oh, baby, you got to wait because I got another surprise for you, baby.
All right, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
HBCU Know.
Oh, yes. Let's get it popping, baby. Rock TZ in the house, man. It's time for another HBC. You know, we're going to always put a spotlight on our heroes and sheroes that attended or currently attend our historically black colleges and universities. North Carolina A&T University, baby, established in 1891. Home of the blue and gold Aggies. Shout out to the blue and gold marching machine, marching band. Oh, can we say what's up to G-Ho? Home of the greatest homecoming on earth. Let's talk about one of y'all's former students, Mr. Ezel Alexander Blair Jr. We all know him as Jabril Kazan, civil rights activist who is best known as a member of the Greensboro Four, a group of African-American college students who sat down at a segregated Woolworth's lunch counter in downtown Greensboro, North Carolina, challenging the store's policy of denying service to non-white customers. Oh, in 2002, North Carolina A&T commissioned a statue to be sculpted honoring the Greensboro Four. Oh, we ain't stopping right there. All four of these gentlemen each have residence halls named for them on the university campus. Oh, yes, man. Shout out to Ezel Alexander Blair Jr., a.k.a. Jabril Kazan, another proud HBCU alum of North Carolina A&T University. If you didn't know, now you know. If you want me to highlight your favorite HBCU, hit us up on social media platforms at HBCU Know.
Dr. Collier, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley, and we are here with your coronavirus update, and the information is absolutely amazing and confirms what Dr. Collier has been telling you for the last month. A study, Ricky, that was released in the New England Journal of Medicine noted that a second booster shot or a fourth shot of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine did provide additional short-term protection against Omicron infections and severe illness amongst older adults. But the booster's effectiveness against infection in particular wanes after just 4 weeks. So the study focused on adults age 60 and older, and so we don't have information about the booster in younger populations. So the study published Tuesday suggested that additional boosters are likely to provide fleeting protection against Omicron infections in older recipients and are consistent with evidence that vaccine effectiveness against infection wanes faster than that against severe disease. So for confirmed infection, a fourth dose or a second booster appeared to provide only short-term protection and a modest absolute benefit, the researchers wrote. So let's translate what that means. That means that after you have gotten 2 shots and 1 booster, that your immune status is probably good enough to protect you, and that the need for a full booster is not really indicated unless you are immune compromised or you have comorbid conditions that would put you at higher risk. So, again, this is consistent with what we have been telling you. This is consistent with what a lot of doctors are saying. Even the CDC is saying that the fourth booster is not necessarily recommended. It is an option. And so I'm recommending to my patients, if you want to get a fourth booster, there's no downside to it. However, if you've had the Moderna, at least 2 shots, you are good. If you've had the Moderna and 1 booster, you are great. If you've had the disease and 2 of any of the shots, then you are good. If you had the J&J and then had a mRNA booster, either Pfizer or Moderna, you are good. So those questions keep coming up about getting boosters, and there's going to be a meeting today to discuss an additional booster strategy because there are some in the community that are saying they're advocating booster shots every 3 to 4 months, and that's just really not necessary. In the words of Dr. Collier, the science of immunology has not changed. Your body's response continues to be the same, and you are covered.
All right, let's go to the phone, John, with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
I would like to know if I had COVID twice, but I didn't get the vaccine, and if I'm immune from it.
Okay, you've had it twice, so you do have natural immunity, which is comparable to having had at least 2 of the vaccines, and some scientists think it may exceed the benefit of having at least 2 vaccines, but the best immune status is to at least get 2 of the shots. having had COVID twice, which is what most people's situation is, they had the original variant and the Omicron variant. If they get 2 shots, then you are what Dr. Collier refers to as a super soldier, and your immune status is ideal, and you won't need additional boosters unless something changes with the variant.
All right, real quick, you're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. My question is, with the recommended daily vitamin dosage, the total I use, is that equivalent for tablet and or gummies or chewable?
Yes, there's 5,000 international units. It doesn't matter what the mechanism is, gummies or tablets or the mycaplet, which is a liquid. That will get you your ideal vitamin D between 30 and 90 milligrams as your normal range is 30 to 90. You want to be 60 or greater, you'll attain that at 5,000 international units. These are the opinions of Dr. M.J. Collier. Now, those are Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast or its production crew.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rick Smiley Morning Show, 7 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Tina Knowles Lawson, they said this girl was feeling a little nostalgic as her daughter celebrated her 14th wedding anniversary, y'all. Now they're saying, y'all, the 40-year-old superstar's mother shared a clip, and that's Beyonce. If y'all didn't know that, from the singer's music video for her 2015 hit "Died With You," y'all, the ring in that beautiful special occasion. Now they're saying that the featured video is an updated version of the original and was released for the couple's 9th wedding anniversary back in 2017. Now the first video mainly features Beyonce, y'all, sitting at a piano, honey, belting out the song's romantic lyrics, followed up with video footage of the two puffing, y'all, on cigars, clinging champagne glasses, and holding hands. The updated version, y'all, is more focused on their lives as family with a then 5-year-old daughter, little Miss Blue Ivy, and their unborn twins, y'all. Now, people are saying that Tina said, "Happy anniversary to one of my inspirations for a couple." And then she added, y'all, several hearts and clapping emojis, y'all. They work hard, she said. They laugh hard, and they love harder. 14 beautiful years. Isn't that beautiful? It's been 14 years. Yes, Maria.
So amazing. I love that so much. And, you know, I love seeing those intimate videos of them together. I saw one where they were kind of in a bar. It looks like it was karaoke. And they were just sitting and swaying and looking at each other and singing. And, you know, I think that there's a big message between these two, because you don't see them out public doing interviews, talking about their relationship, posting on social media. And when you look at the 14 years, that probably had a whole lot to do with it. But they do inspire me as well.
Yeah, and that's so nice, too. But some people saying if they would put that same energy behind Solange, she wouldn't have had 2 failed marriages.
Lord
She could have been,
Jesus,
you
come
know.
on,
This is what people just saying. So I wish Miss Tina would have did that.
Don't do that.
I mean, think about it, Maria, y'all. I mean, 14 years with Beyonce, I mean, everybody's raving it, but what about Solange? She had 2 marriages, and nobody raved.
All marriages don't work, Gary, and she
They
just
don't?
ran into some bad ones, I guess, and wasn't meant to be. So
Sometimes
maybe
people aren't
she'll have
compatible.
somebody else out there.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you really care about her, though.
Yeah, I thought you really liked Solange.
I love Solange, and that's why I'm feeling bad.
That's
My
why you
heart is
concerned.
weeping.
That's right.
Thank
He
you.
con-
My
he's
heart
con-
is weeping.
He's concerned, y'all.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
Y'all know
Gary,
the
you
difference
gotta.
between concerned and messy. He's concerned.
Yeah, he is concerned. Gary got a whole prayer closet for Beyonce. Maybe you need one for Solange.
Yes, I do. It's sad. So we're just gonna pray, y'all. But good congratulations, y'all, to 14 beautiful years, honey. With didn't they make lemonade?
See?
Oh. But anyway, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, people are saying this is why African Americans are so fat. People are digging in and attacking Paula Patton. Did y'all see what happened with Paula Patton the other day?
Ooh, that chicken. Oh,
yes, they
Jesus.
did Paula dirty, baby. Now, they're saying social media had a lot to say about Paula's recipe, honey, for cooking fried chicken, honey. Now, this girl, all she was trying to do is show y'all how she cooked fried chicken.
Ricky.
Now, they're saying, honey,
Yeah,
they said she was cooking it for her class, her son's class.
Gary, I got suspended from Facebook for sharing it.
She threw the seasoning in the grease.
Yes, baby. That's how you do it.
My account almost
Organic
got deleted.
flour.
Hey, it's on there. It says sensitive content. Then you have to mash that button at the bottom.
Yeah, they said this girl was cooking that for her son's class. They said she washes and then puts the chicken in a Ziploc bag with flour. They said she told the artist her 5 steps to preparing the dish. She said, but one step is noticeably missing. Seasoning the chicken before you put it in flour. But that's how people, y'all got to remember,
Paula
Paula's
should have
mother
called me.
is European.
I know Paula. She should have just called me, or she could have called Brett.
She put the seasoning in the grease, Lord.
You can't.
Grease.
Yeah, but that's why y'all so fat, because, honey, you put the seasoning in the grease. When the chicken, when you put the
seasoning ain't got nothing. The seasoning don't make you fat.
Yes, it does. That's salt. There's salt and that stuff in that seasoning.
You don't eat no bland chicken.
Well, it depends, Brad, now, because I like Paula's chicken, honey. Paula got, her mama is white, and y'all know white people cook their chicken different from people.
Because she never invited you over.
The only white Paula can fry some good ass chicken is Paula Dean.
She canceled.
And they canceled this girl. But y'all got to remember, though, too, she put the chicken, y'all, in avocado oil. Y'all put that chicken in all that hot grease, that oil. You put it in avocado oil.
We need it in lard.
It's only one way to do chicken. Come on now, Gary.
Yeah,
well, I'm finna eat no nasty chicken, Gary.
We'll do some Crisco or some Mazzola.
Or some Wesson.
Some Wesson, yeah. But you got to soak that chicken in some buttermilk, hot sauce, and one egg overnight.
Come on.
Okay, get that chicken
Ricky.
nice and don't get me started.
I know.
Get you some onion powder, get you some garlic powder, and then get you some slap your mammy seasoning or whatever, and put it in there, and then you season your flour, and then you dip it back in the buttermilk, and then back in the flour again, where your chicken can be real crunchy. Okay. What?
Well, I just feel so bad. Y'all just need to. There's something. If they said there's more than one way to skin a cat, there's more than one way to fry a chicken. And I think Paula's chicken was really good, honey. Somebody said it still had salmonella.
Seasoning don't do no good in the grease.
It don't.
Then when you fry your chicken, you sprinkle it with a little bit of salt, just a little bit.
Before the flour.
Yeah.
But the thing that just really sad in my heart, though, Ricky, she was shaking it up in a plastic bag instead of a paper bag. So that kind of, that
you
made
said it's more than one way to fry chicken, so that's
You should
cool.
go over there and taste it.
I can imagine it looked delicious. It was golden brown. Y'all be having all that doggone grease hanging out the chicken and stuff like that.
Eat chicken for the color.
Off the chicken, okay.
Y'all don't eat chicken for the color?
Black folks, we like a nice crunch in our chicken.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then you do your some hot sauce, mix it with some honey, and drizzle it over the chicken when it's done. If you really want to send them out with a little bit of sprinkle of parsley.
I don't like that chicken, and I like.
They don't know nothing about that.
Do you put paprika on your chicken, Ricky?
Yeah, you put paprika in the seasoning if you desire paprika, absolutely, or a little bit of chili powder.
Absolutely.
I don't like all that ethnic chicken. I like Paula's. The color of the day, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color of the day is skydiver. On the high end, you say skydiver, and on the low end, you say beautiful dark blue.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show got your wake up call. Man, Ricky 866 man RICKEY. Come on.
It's time to get yourself together. Cause they woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it be better. Wake up, encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know what you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning. I want to wake up my mother and my family and all my friends at Legacy Early College. This is Kevin Smith calling from Greenville, South Carolina. Wake up.
I like to wake up my kids, Michael, Michael, Eli, and Clear. Toriana, wake up. Wake up to the Barat. Wake up, everybody. This is Indianapolis.
This is Regina, Drew from Texarkana, Texas. I want to wake up the whole Texarkana, Texas. Wake up.
This is Ray Wilson from Dubai, Louisiana. You ought to be glad that she did it for you. Wake up.
Say Gainesville, wake up. Meridian, wake up. And Greenwood, wake up. Come on, wake up. Where you at, Dallas, wake up. In Chicago, wake up. ATL, wake up.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Appreciate you, Brad.
You're welcome, Ricky.
Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite grandmama, Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Yeah. Let's get married. Can't find nobody, Jay.
Yeah.
Can't find nothing. Ain't nothing out here in these streets.
No.
Stay at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my husband died years ago and went straight to hell, Janie. Brad, good morning.
Good morning.
Jana, ain't you proud of Brad?
Yeah.
It took you a little while to answer that, Miss Janie.
Yeah, I'm proud of him.
You know, Maria, when I went in the grocery store, I didn't know she had sausages. So proud. And then you need to sue Johnsonville for stealing your name and put them on their sausages.
It's quite the same.
I bought a whole lot of them.
Thank you. Even though I ain't make no money, thank you.
Now, the police are warning about a midget robbing crew that had been snatching purses in church parking lots.
Oh, Lord.
After Bible study and choir rehearsal.
What kind of
Lord.
robbing crew?
Miss Bernice, they don't like when you say that.
I think you gotta say little
Can't
people.
say midget.
No, ma'am.
No, you gotta say
That's
little
what
people.
they is, ain't it? They say they've been robbing and snatching purses in the church parking lot after Bible study, and all the women need to hold up your pocketbook up over your head when you go out to the car. Across the parking lot because they be hiding. And they run out real fast and grab it and take off it. and they be gone, Janie. They be gone. And Janie, when you leave, Maria, when y'all leave church, hold your purse up real high.
Yes, ma'am.
Brett,
Absolutely.
Pull your backpack up to your neck. But it can't. Gary.
Yeah.
Hold it up.
Mm-hmm. Up.
They
gotta protect
fast
your
now. They're not
too,
running real fast, but they look like they running fast, but their legs be moving.
Yeah.
Like them puppies when they be running around the swimming pool, their legs be
Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus.
Congratulations to Sister Michelle White and her fiance Tim. You know him. You know them, don't you, Janie?
Yeah.
Stuck with him after he got hit by a city bus in January. She said that she feel good marrying him because he got a big settlement. He got a lot of money. But he's confined to a wheelchair, and she feels safe that he won't be running around on a cheat. Now, the funeral service for the pastor's brother-in-law, you know Charles Green, Janie?
Yeah.
He was only 67 and had survived getting shot 3 times back in August, and then he accidentally ate rat poison in September, and he got stabbed 4 times in October.
Jesus.
And he fell off a 40-foot roof in November and got attacked by a deer in December and was struck by lightning in January and had a car battery explode in his face on Valentine's Day.
Come on now.
But that didn't kill him.
What did?
The doctor said he died peacefully in his sleep of natural causes. So that concludes our church announcement. All right, thank you, Janie. I'll call you.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, who is this? Are you calling to play Beat the Buzzer?
No, I'm not.
We're looking for calling up. Hello?
Oh.
We're calling for Beat the Buzzer.
Okay, so I could do that. I was calling to tell you why I wasn't coming to work, but I could do that, though, if I want to win some money.
No, I didn't know it was you. I thought it was somebody calling to play Beat the Buzzer.
Oh, nah, I was calling to tell you I ain't gonna make it to work today, son. I know you wasn't expecting this call today, but I was gonna tell you last night. So
Wait, say that again. Say that again, sir.
I know you probably weren't expecting this call today, but I was gonna call you last night and tell you I probably wasn't gonna make it this morning because I've been at the hospital all night.
Why are you in the hospital, Black Tony?
I'm gonna get a note from the doctor to prove I've been at the hospital with my grandmama.
Oh man,
this is my other grandmama.
What happened? Talking to your daddy, mama?
No, this is my step grandmama. This is my mama boyfriend, mama. She
That's not your grandma. They not married.
Yeah, but she called me her grandbaby though, so it still count. But look, shout it's not even deal, no doubt. We real close, shout. Her and my daddy been together for a long time. I mean, her mom. I mean, her mom. I mean, shout it's my step grandmama.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to make it through this without getting too upset.
Yeah.
She in the hospital right now. They don't think she gonna make it.
Why don't think she gonna make it?
She had a wreck last night.
She had a wreck where?
Over on Donnelly Hollowell, over there by Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
What happened?
Her and some of her friends, they had got some bird scooters and put mini bike motors on them when they were doing burnouts.
They got some. What did you say, Maria?
They had bird scooters with mini bike motors on them, and they were doing burnouts in the intersection. She lost control.
How old is your step grandmama?
She 86, but she like to have fun.
Oh,
they got them bird scooters rolling, boy.
I'm so sorry for you. Oh, I'm going to pray for her. I'm going to pray for her.
I appreciate it.
Ooh, Maria, you need to shut up. Don't do it.
It's bringing him pain, Ricky.
Hey, Maria.
Yes, Ricky's being
In
insensitive.
the hospital, you send me some pictures of you with your bikini out.
Will that make you feel better?
Yeah. Put some oil on, please. Put some oil on.
And now it's time for you to get paid up to $1,500 with Rickey Smiley's Beat the Buzzer.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Congratulations. You are caller number 20, and you just won $100 plus a chance to win up to $1,500 if you can beat the buzzer. What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Aletha Young, Columbia, South Carolina.
Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, listen, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, now listen, once the timer starts, you will hear dollar amounts for cash prizes that could go as high as $1,500. But just remember, the dollar amounts could go up and they could go down. So make sure you yell out stop as soon as you hear the amount that you want, because the buzzer could go off at any time and you lose it all. All right, here we go. Let's go. Good luck.
$400. $300. $1,000.
Oh!
There it is.
I was going to say stop for you, girl.
What you say, Brett? What? That is the highest amount I think that somebody won. Yeah. Columbia, South Carolina, home of Two Notch Road, baby, home of the Township Auditorium, home where all the bros was this weekend. Oh my God! Listen, yeah, you just beat the buzzer and won $1,000. That's a whole lot of gas money. What you gonna do with all that money?
I am going to go on vacation.
I know that's right. Listen, congratulations. Man, shout out to all the bros down there. Shout out to Mr. Tony. Shout out to everybody in Columbia, South Carolina, and the station that we on down there. Thank y'all for all of the love and support and making Rickey Smiley Morning Show #1 in Columbia, South Carolina. Listen, make sure y'all keep listening for your chance to beat the buzzer and win up to $1,500 right here on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. What morning show just hooked you up with $1,000?
The Rickey Smiley Show.
Yeah, the Rickey Smiley Show. The Rickey Smiley Show. The Rickey Smiley Show.
The Rickey Smiley Show.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea in the clue today. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Is it a joke? A joke? Is it a joke? Or a joke is a joke? Whatever. It's being reported, y'all, that T.I., y'all, comedian, rapper T.I., y'all, got upset with comedian Lauren Knight, y'all, after she joked about the allegations of sexual assault against him and his beautiful wife, Tiny. Now, they're saying, y'all, that T.I. and Tiny, they were accused of sexual assault and sex trafficking and allegedly drugging women, and they denied the charges, y'all, which they're saying that the charges, definitely weren't there. But now, here's what happened, y'all. T.I. was at a comedy club, honey, and this comedian by the name of Lauren Knight, honey. She was talking about T.I. and Tiny and stuff, and she said, saying some things about him, honey, and T.I. let her know that there was no crime, no effing crime. He said, there is nothing to charge me for or my wife. Shut the mess up, honey, for a second. He said, listen, yo, as many times as you joke on this mess, honey, Negro, I'm going to check you, honey. And it was so much explicit words, honey, and stuff. He said, when you stop talking about it, when you stop playing with me and mine, I'm going to stop saying something to you. And that's what I guess he told the comedian, what have you. But nevertheless, it went on and on to the break of dawn. And then T.I. did say, he said, why are we always attacking one another? And my thing is, so y'all comedians, we have, 3 comedians on there on the show, all y'all. And so what can you joke about? What can you joke about, or what can't you joke about? And what is it? I mean, we read the story, y'all. Help me out with this situation, because I don't know.
You want to go first, Rick?
Yeah. I mean, I would just try to use a little bit of discretion. I never would have done that had he been sitting in the audience, because I understand that's a sensitive subject. And the thing about comedy is, if it's more offensive than it is funny, then people pay more attention to what's offensive as opposed to funny. It's like an onion. If I give you an onion and you bite it, it's nasty. But if I take the onion and dice it up and put some gravy on top of it, salt and pepper and some cube steak on top of it, you eating the same onion, but it don't taste bad. So it's all of like the way I do my comedy, kind of like backhanded compliments. Like if a dude got on an old school suit and a big Android phone, I make him look like he the sharpest person in the world and compliment him, when at the same time everybody laughing like, Ricky, you need to stop being messy. Or do I attack him like, look where you coming up with that ugly suit on and that loud suit on with that big, and it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. If you do it in a manner where it's funny and more people laughing, and you making the person that you're making light of feel good about themselves to the point where they will stand up and open up their arms like, yes, look at me, I am sharp, and we all laughing and clapping and have a little fashion show and play a little music behind it and hype them up, when you know that they might be dressed like the mighty clouds of joy or whatever, but it's got to be done in love and fun. You can't be malicious on stage. What's that, Kay?
You coming at it from the perspective of a veteran comedian that understands the art. What I saw on this video was an amateur comic that was just trying to be provocative with no cleverness and no funny attached to it. That's what made it different. Now, was his response appropriate? I don't know. I'll leave that to other people to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, if you're sitting out there and that's a sensitive subject, and a case going to court, and you're talking about sexual assault, and
it wasn't a joke. It was just you just wanted to say something about my situation.
Right.
But she said that she knew that he was innocent. She said, I know he's innocent and stuff like that, but she still kept going on with the joke. So I don't know.
But you just got to get.
What started it?
Yeah, he was in the audience and she was talking about it.
She said address the allegations, which is not a joke, which is what me and Rick is saying.
Oh, if so she started it by saying that. Yeah, I would be offended too.
Saying something that wasn't funny. It wasn't clever. It wasn't a joke. It was just, I just want to make you uncomfortable about something that was public.
Right. If I would say, hey, we got T.I. in the house or whatever. All right, man. Hey, look, you stay out of trouble. Whatever, get up. You can have whatever you like and just hype it up and kind of say it without saying it. It's just really an art to it, and that's why before you start
everybody can't do it. How about that?
Yeah. Before you start getting into stuff like that, you have to focus on being funny first, and then kind of branch out into little topics like that or whatever. But it's got to be more funny than it is offensive.
Offensive, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Agreed.
So So let's just keep everybody lifted up in prayer. And,
You know how Brad, you could be rapping about something, but it could be harsh as hell. But if that beat is dope and you got everybody rocking, you can say whatever you want to say. But if the beat ain't dope and ain't nobody rocking, people pay more attention to the harshness of the lyrics.
Exactly.
That makes sense?
Yep.
That's all, Gary. I'm sorry.
Depends on who the rapper. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is skydiver. On the high end, you say skydiver, and on the low end, you say beautiful dark blue. That's your color for today.
Was that a dig at Brad, Gary?
Oh, never, honey. I would never do that.
Because you know them rappers don't play.
Oh, honey, especially that one.
Look how he said that one, Brad. Look how he said that one.
Don't take that bait, Brad.
I
go, Brad. That worm stay on that hook.
Okay.
I can't
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, here's what's going on. The pause on federal student. Maria, you paid your student loan off yet from FAM?
I absolutely did, and this is very heartbreaking news for me. I'm totally in hater mode.
Me too.
Right.
Everyone needs to pay like I did.
That's right.
$77,000 is what I paid.
$77,000.
$77,000.
I paid $50,000.
Are you serious?
Well, that was for undergrad and grad school. So, I went to Florida State and got my MBA, and so that's all included.
Gary, what about you?
Mine was for broadcasting school and undergrad, honey, $50,000, and they garnished my doggone checks. So, honey, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
They garnished your
I paid
check.
voluntarily.
They took mine.
We were working at the radio station at 97.9. They were taking out your check.
Yes, honey. And the thing
And
about
you
it
paid
is,
$50,000 for broadcasting school.
well, it was for college and broadcasting
But I
school.
thought you were working at a nursing home facility.
No, that was, honey, way before then, honey. This was much afterwards.
Before Wendy's.
Yeah, before. No, this was after Wendy's, Negro. But listen, Ricky, seriously. They don't have to tell you neither when they taking your damn money. All they got to do is go to Human Resource, baby, and those girls sign the papers, honey, and they start garnishing my checks.
Ooh,
How much were they taking out?
They don't tell you, honey.
How much were they taking out every
They was taking
payment?
out.
That's not right. They got to send you something. Maybe you missed it.
It'd be
in
like
the
a
mail.
car note. It'd be like a car note.
No,
It's a
they
lot.
don't tell you.
Well,
They
if
just
you
take
know
it
you
out.
ain't paid it, they had to see someone tell you something so you could rearrange how you gonna pay the rest of your bills.
Because I lied and I told them I wasn't working, and they found out, baby. They found out. They sent the paperwork to the radio station, and they found out that I was working. They took all my little change, honey. They took like maybe how much, like $200 or $300 a pay period. Right. But it really bothered me that they did that. And then when I went to Human Resources to Ricky's friend and asked her about it, she said they have to do it.
None of my friends.
So they had to do it.
But I think y'all are looking at it.
Huh?
Y'all are looking at it from the point of your own personal situation, but I think according to the economy side of the thing, they got three basic arguments for student loan forgiveness. Okay, and they're saying that like you can create like if they forgive student loans, which is typically between $10,000 and $50,000, right? Mm-hmm. Those pay probably between $200 to $300 per month. And they're saying that a lot of college graduates are struggling to afford those payments and are behind. But if they had that money in their pockets, they're more likely to spend money on stuff like, travel and entertainment, which increases consumer spending, which is good for the economy overall. You know what I mean? And it also could help young borrowers become homeowners. Because a lot of the millennials are saying that if they were delaying buying a house because of student loans, and if they, were able to buy houses, then that could boost the housing market, which also boosts the economy overall. So that's why they're looking at it like that.
Well, this is going to be the fifth extension since the beginning of the pandemic. Now, the federal student loan payments were scheduled to start back on May the 1st. But now the Biden administration is pushing the date through the end of August. Now, it's good news for a lot of people, but what many Americans are pushing for is student loan debt cancellation. Some Democratic lawmakers say that it should be up to $50,000 per borrower. All right, while on the campaign trail, Biden has supported canceling a minimum of $10,000 for each of the 43 million federal student loan holders. But the president says it's up to the Congress to do it, not something that he would do with an executive order. So we want to know what you think. Hit the phones right now, 866-9-RICKY, and let's talk about it. Should all federal student loans be forgiven, or should loan forgiveness be just for those who really, who's really in need? Or is it fair for the 80% of adult Americans like Gary and Maria don't have student loans who didn't? Well, no, that's not y'all. Student loans or who didn't go to college. Y'all went to college.
Right.
But what about the economy now? Student loan debt cancellation would add trillions of dollars to the country's national debt. So how do you feel about the push for federal student loan forgiveness? Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
Well, personally, I just graduated myself, and I'm actually looking forward to it, but I do feel sympathy for the people who have had student loan debt and paid it back. I feel that they should at least get reimbursed it for the money that they sent out. Or something, I know they can't get the whole amount back, that'll be crazy, but something, just, take some edge off. We are in a recession. Any type of help will help anybody.
I would love it. I borrowed $40,000. Now I owe $140,000, and I just could not afford to pay it. I do have a degree, and I have been working. And for those who already paid, I think they should get tax credit.
So I just got like $63,000 of my student loans forgiven, and I owe way more than that. So I'm waiting for the other half to be forgiven, but I do think student loans need to be forgiven, especially if they're like a really exorbitant amount. Like me, I'm a teacher, and I started in pre-med, and I thought I was going to be a doctor, but then I switched gears when I found my calling, and I have a whole bunch of student loans because of it. And so I'm working, but I'm part of the working poor. So I definitely think that loans ought to be forgiven, especially for folks like me.
My theory on this is a little different, man. If you borrowing the money to go to school, if you finish and get your degree, you should be rewarded with forgiveness. Now, if you don't finish and you drop out or whatever, then that's when you have to pay it back. It should be something like that.
You drop out, you ain't gonna have the degree to get the job that you want.
That's the motivation to keep going a degree,
right?
So you can be forgiven,
right?
And how come ain't nobody asking the question, why is college so expensive?
Yeah, that is a good question.
You got to pay all
When I was in school, it was $59 per credit hour. That probably makes me sound so old, but I paid $180 per class when I was in school. So my 4-year degree and my MBA, I know that makes me sound so old, but that $77,000 probably included about close to $30,000 in interest. Now, granted, when I was in school and I had my loan, I had a much lower interest rate. So I do sympathize with those people that have loans and the interest rate is a little bit higher. And, like the one caller said, she's, borrowed $40,000. Now she's, in 6 figures. So I feel that maybe a portion of it, but I do feel some type of way as someone who's worked really hard to pay off my student loans, and y'all just going to ride out with it. No.
Exactly. Now, they are very empathetic, though. They're saying that at least we should get something back. So
I agree with that. That Pell Grant kicked my ass, and then a big-ass bill from Caraway Hospital when I got shot in 95. They want me to pay for all that. Made the dude that shot me pay it. All right.
Did you say your Pell Grant? Did you say your grant? You don't pay back a grant.
A Pell Grant, he got it.
Well, why is it on my credit?
A Pell Grant? A grant?
That's just money
I think that's what it is. Huh?
That's just money they give you.
Yeah, the Pell Grant?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, how did it show up on my...
You had a loan. They told you a grant. You had a loan.
You need to fix that.
You had a grant and a loan.
Yes, Lord, yes.
Y'all not going to sit up here and triple team me on this morning show or whatever Pell Grant for them damn remedial classes I took at Alabama State. Y'all know I couldn't do. I didn't know they weren't charged.
That's why they gave you a Pell Grant, because it was remedial class.
Everybody can get one of those.
You will not.
Like a Kroger Plus card.
That's what he's trying to do.
Hey, I'll cut all y'all mics off. We're not doing this. More Rickey Smiley morning show coming up. We got Ricky's Quickies coming up next. Don't say a damn thing about that.
Get him, y'all.
Pell Grant. Don't do that. Brett, don't do that.
Don't
do that. We're doing Ricky's Quickies, but if you say something about this damn Pell Grant.
From FOM to Pell Grant and remedial classes.
Why is on my credit report?
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Maria, Brett, Gary, we got breaking news that Frontier Airline and Spirit Airline is about to merge. So, y'all, get ready, special K.
Yeah, that's
we fly a lot. We comedians. So
that's kind of like, I don't know. That's kind of like Tweet and Soleil coming out with a tour. It's just Rock. That's like a City Trends Rainbow Superstore. It's like it's like you're a cook and you decide you want to make a rutabaga and chitlin soup. Nobody like it.
It's gonna be that bad. Hey,
don't nobody like either one of them. Yeah, that's.
Ooh, Spirit and Frontier is about to merge. What color the plane's gonna be? Frontier had the animals on there, and Spirit airplane's yellow. What that's called?
Them tickets gonna be $2. Round trip, boo. And the luggage gonna cost you $75. It's gonna cost you $75 to check your luggage. And $2 for your seat, baby.
Maria, shut up. Maria, don't do that. Maria, how much the ticket's gonna be?
$2. $2. 8 quarters.
The mega bus of the sky.
And how much the luggage, Maria?
$75.
Woo.
For a duffel bag.
I'm crying. Hey, it is about that time for Rickey's Quickies. Let's go.
Quickies.
You know damn well Hell Grants is free. Wrong with you?
Quickies. Quickies.
Ricky, can't you see? Your money sure just does it for me. You're number one, so right on top. Oh, Ricky, you can't be stopped. Yeah, let's go, Ricky.
Quickies.
Please give your degree back if you think the passage of reimbursed it.
Quickies.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Ricky, you gotta pay your pound back.
Quickies.
What's up for American Tax Solution? Be a man.
Quickies.
Rosa Parks can't do nothing but sit her black ass down on the bus.
Quickies.
All right, Ricky. You don't let a little nappy-head girl talk to you like that. You're sitting at the head of your own dinner table and acting like a wife.
Quickies.
Hey, don't I know you, man? Hell no, you gonna know a bullet in your ass. Now turn around.
Quickies.
All of y'all are so falsified.
Quickies.
The clue of the day is ring around the tub. On the high end, you say ring around the tub, and the low end, you say Gary with a T. Moving on.
Quickies.
Hey, Gina, I had a good time last night, but why that thing smell like a Waffle House sink?
Quickies.
These doodle shoes are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One day, these doodle shoes are gonna walk all over.
He said a Waffle House sink.
That's pretty dark.
What that smell like?
That's a little tingy right there.
Oh my gosh.
Boy.
It's old bacon in there. It's old. It's all kind of crumbs and nastiness.
Gary.
In bad shape.
Get it out.
A Waffle House sink. Take me back, Maria.
Man, all the throwback things it mentioned in this song: Chevrolet, Monte Carlo, Cadillac, Eldorado, Showtime at the Apollo, and the show's longtime hostess, Kiki Shepard. You know, when all the fellas was just, ooh, Kiki, she's so fine. And then singers Teddy Pendergrass and Freddie Jackson. Man, that joint right there is a classic.
Yes, sir. Brett, so fresh and so clean. Come on now.
So fresh and so clean. You just step out in your best, and you know when that come on, you ready to just do your little 1-2 stepping because you feeling yourself when this song come on. Can't nobody tell you nothing. This is one of ATL's most craziest, most famous anthems. So fresh and so clean. Outkast.
There it is, y'all. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 5 minutes after the hour, man. I'm so excited. Speaking of so fresh and so clean, we switch it up a little bit, but I mean, he be fresh and he be clean. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my brother, Grammy Award-winning singer, songwriter, and the pastor of the Chosen Vessel Church. Y'all give it up for the one and only Bishop Marvin Sapp.
Yo. So fresh and so clean. What's going on, man? How you doing this morning?
Man, I'm good, man. That's how you be feeling when you walk out on that pulpit. You got to be clean.
And then I grew up in the '70s where there was a diamond in the back, sunroof top, big in the machine with a
Come on now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, we so happy. Yes, sir. We so happy to have you this morning, to offer something uplifting to those out there who've been going through it lately. You got a new song, All in His Hands, is right on time for so many. Tell us about it.
Well, All in His Hands is really, during the pandemic, all of us was on lockdown. All of us was in a place of uncertainty, and because of that, anxiety and all that began to grip us. And, the Bible just makes it clear that we're supposed to cast all our cares on him because he cares for us. So, myself and a few friends, myself, Aaron Lindsay, Stan Jones, we just came up with a song called, All in His Hands, because that's where we need to put it. We need to cast all our cares on him because we know he cares for us.
I know that's right. Well, we're so excited about your new album called Substance. Now, what is the message behind the name, and when can we expect it, Marvin? Bishop.
Well, the new record, Marvin is fine. The new record comes out on June the 10th. It comes out on June the 10th. Pre-orders actually start on May 4th. So I want to challenge everybody to make sure they put May 4th on their calendars. And the reason why we call it Substance is because in this day and time, I'm a strong believer that we need music that has strong messaging that will encourage and uplift and position people to want to go to that next level, to want to do greater, want to do better. Yes. So, in a day and time where we have lyrical content that is kind of watered down, we want to make sure that we did something that fortified and uplifted people. So I'm excited about it. It's on my own personal label. I've been with a major for 30 years. I was on Sony, and then I was on Epic and all these things, and decided to really step out and do my own thing. So I'm excited about it with, my first effort coming out on the Elevate Media and Entertainment label.
Nice.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you about that because, we see so much about artists and talking about entrepreneurship and starting their own labels. What would you say are some of the challenges that you faced and some of the rewards from doing it that way?
I think the real challenge that I face is when you are an artist and when you've been with a label for as long as I have been, that level of dependency on understanding what goes on behind the scenes, you don't have to think about it. Brad can testify to this.
Yes.
That, when you do a record, you go in, you do the record, you write the songs, you mix, you master, you turn it in, and then that's it. Until it's time to promote the market. But when you own your own label, that means that you have to have the discussions with the marketing, create the marketing. You have to deal with manufacturing. You have to make sure that all of the songs are coded so that, it's just a whole lot of other stuff that you have to make sure of. It's exciting to me because I knew about this side of the industry, but I didn't have to do it. But I think the most important and most exciting part about it is that I own my own masters. So with that being said, I'm no longer, I don't want to say this word, but it's facts. I'm no longer a slave to the industry.
Come on, Prince. Yes.
I'm actually, I own my own stuff, and that's the exciting thing. After 32 years,
yes,
so
Lord.
I mean, it's great to be here. It's great to be here.
Yes.
So now, Bishop, we're hearing that you're looking for a gospel protege to take under your wings. Could you talk about that?
Well, a part of my deal that I did with this distribution company, because I honestly wanted to retire. I was like, I've been here long enough. And an old preacher said, don't make people glad twice. Don't make them glad to see you and glad to see you go. So I wanted to just go ahead and kind of end, I ain't going to say on top, but I wanted to end like the way I wanted to end. But they approached me and they said, we still want you to do some things. And I decided that if they really wanted me, that they had to give me what I needed in order to grab a hold of some young talent, cultivate it, and put them out there. I'm in this industry today because Fred Hammond found me when I was 22 years of age.
Yes.
I was fresh out of school. He gave me an opportunity, and 33 years later, I'm still here.
Amen.
Somebody did that for me, so I just think we're supposed to reach back. I think one of the things that we fail to do in this industry is try to cultivate, try to help, try to build, and I was done. I was like, I'm good. But they threw so much money at me, I had to take it and try to help somebody else.
Well, Bishop, I got a artist named Crash Cut Gospel that I play. You know what, Bishop? Never mind.
I know Crash Cut.
Never mind, Bishop. I thought you was gonna get on board with me, but you know what? Never mind.
Crash Cut is in his. He has a genre all to himself, so he's doing good. He don't need a label. He's good.
Ought to be glad. Ought to be glad. Ought to be glad. Yes, sir. Hey, you.
You need to sign Brad and Ricky. That's what you need to do.
I know.
Oh, God.
Hey, look.
Oh,
Hey, can me and Brad be like the new BB and CC? Like, you put me and Brad together.
Come
we
on
sing
now.
every morning on this morning show.
No more reaction.
That's the crack. That's the crack. Now, see, Brad, you telling your age now. To be honest,
That's all right.
The fact that you know that song.
Come on now.
That was late 80s, early 90s.
Listen, Commission, the Winans, Love Said Not So. I grew up on that.
Brad is apostolic. A lot of people don't know
Apostolic
that.
Pentecostal. That's right.
Wow. That means they in church for 4 hours every Sunday.
No, we not, because I'm apostolic. We ain't in
See?
church
Wait a
for
minute,
no 4
sir.
hours.
See? There
But
you
she
go.
apostolic and Pensacola. Pensacola.
Pentecostal. That's all right. We have a good time, though.
We don't do that no more. Yeah, we don't do that no more. We out in 2 hours. We don't play no more.
Yeah, Brad, did you know that Brad played the drums?
At church. Sure
At
did.
church.
Wow.
And they had one shout me. What was the Brad? Boom, tap, boom, tap.
And the tambourine, don't make me show you now. Don't make me show you. I grew up with Ty Tribbett. We switched back and forth on the drums, me and Ty.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you real apostolic game, because I know that organization. Absolutely.
Ooh, yes, PCAF.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my goodness.
Man. Yeah, you know it was going to be crazy when you call up here. Hey, listen, man, we are so excited. You know I absolutely love you, man. Shout out to Alabama A&M University.
Yes, my girls. My daughter graduates in December with a dual bachelor's in psychology and biology. Nice. And then she also has an associate's that she did in medical assisting. She's going to medical school after that. Shout out to Madison Grace Sapp and Michaela, who's still there in her master's program. I'm telling you, I'm so proud of them. And my son, Marvin Sapp, who is actually in the DFW now, working for Amazon Web Services. So,
congratulations.
There it is, man. Hey, look, we're gonna play your song on the other side. Coming up, man, we got the brand new song. We're so excited for you and all of your upcoming projects. If people want more information on everything that you got coming up, where can they go?
They can follow me on any and/or every one of my social media platforms. They can go to Facebook, look for the official Marvin Sapp page, look for the blue check. And you can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Marvin Sapp. And I want to invite everybody to come be with me on Easter Sunday at Chosen Vessel Church in Fort Worth, Texas. It's going to be hype.
There it is, y'all. We're going to be coming back, man, with All in His Hands by Bishop Marvin Sapp. We got that coming up next. Hey, man, we love you, man.
Love you, man. Grace and peace. Take it easy, everybody.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines,
Entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 26 minutes after the hour, y'all. This segment is being brought to you by Swiffer. Use Sweeper. That's right, y'all. Use Sweeper wet jet and dusters to stop cleaning and start swippering. All right, this got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Here's what's happening in news. In an emotional video address to the UN Security Council yesterday, the president of Ukraine accused Russian troops of killing civilians for pleasure. President Volodymyr Zelensky said civilians had been tortured, shot in the back of the head, thrown down wells, intentionally blown up with grenades, and crushed to death by tanks. In response to the allegations of war crimes, the U.S. and European allies will impose new sanctions today on Russian financial institutions, government-owned businesses, government officials, and their families. Here in the U.S., more than 45 million people across the Southeast are facing severe weather threats this morning. Parts of Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and the Carolinas could see storms, high winds, tornadoes, and flooding in the coming days. The $10 million COVID-19 funding package we talked about yesterday, Ricky, was blocked by Senate Republicans. The bipartisan package would have paid for COVID treatments, vaccines, and testing. Now, Republicans say they will continue to block it unless Democrats agree not to lift the immigration ban and restrictions put in place by Donald Trump. In other news, Oklahoma has become the latest state to pass a near total ban on abortion. The new Oklahoma law passed yesterday makes performing an abortion or attempting to perform the procedure a felony punishable by a maximum fine of $100,000 or up to 10 years in prison. Last week, Arizona passed a law to prohibit abortions after 15 weeks with no exceptions for cases of rape and incest. Lastly, you can hold off a little longer on repaying your federal student loans. A repayment freeze has been in place since the start of the pandemic. And today, the Biden administration will announce that the freeze will extend through August 31st. I'm Maria Moore filling in for Eva Marcille, and that's what's happening in news. Rock T, what you got in sports?
Well, let's talk about them Los Angeles Lakers. They lose to the Phoenix Suns. 7th straight loss, meaning that they ended their playoff hopes. They will not be in the playoffs this year, man. It's just not going to be right not seeing LeBron James and Anthony Davis and people like that in the playoffs and NBA. But it's not going to happen this year. The question is, will LeBron go back to Cleveland to finish up his career? That's the question that I'm going to throw out there. We're going to see what happens. Speaking of the Lakers, man, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar apologizes to LeBron James. He said it was not his intention to criticize LeBron in any way. He has done so much for the black community and the game of basketball, so we don't have to agree on everything, but I respectfully apologize, and hopefully he will forgive me for that one. Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson has been ordered by the court to address whether he had sexual relations with 18 massage therapists. He has 30 days to comply. He also must provide other information about his massage history since 2019, including any language in his contract with the Houston Texans. So they're not going to let this go. And, man, I won't be surprised if Deshaun Watson don't get on the field this year. And if so, it'll probably be late into the season. We'll see what happens, man. Last but not least, the age of 48 years young. Yes, Hall of Fame wide receiver Terrell Owens is making a comeback. He signed with the Indoor Fan Control Football League along with quarterback Johnny Manziel. The team is called the Zappers. Season starts April the 16th. Now, T.O.
Did you see him and Tariq race? He outran Tariq.
He running the 4.40 right now at the age of 48.
I think he could make an NFL roster.
Absolutely, and that's what he just said. He hadn't played in the NFL since 2010. He said, listen, I never retired officially from the NFL. I just never received an opportunity from a team to keep playing. So he's definitely going to be using this league to kind of show the NFL that I still can make a roster. So pay attention, get the popcorn ready. And if I do what I'm supposed to do over here, somebody sign me.
Man, that dude outran Tariq Hill.
He would be a great third down receiver. Like, man, he come out easy.
And then he'll come across the middle. He's not afraid of those linebackers either. He'll come across the middle, man. He'll take a hit. He tough, man.
Yeah, man.
That's one of my all-time favorite receivers. Super Dave, what you think?
Stop it, man. My God.
I knew it.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Look.
Are you serious right now?
Rick,
he outran Tariq Hill.
Okay, that's running. He cannot catch the ball.
Look,
that's a problem.
Oh, my God.
Look,
I'm done.
He ain't got to be C.D. Lamb or, Devontae Adams. He ain't got to be one of
why is he not in the NFL anymore? Because he was dropping passes.
He did drop a lot of passes.
Okay, then.
But he can still.
Stop it.
But there's still a lot of wide receivers in the league right now that drop passes.
Can we bring Stickum back? Stickum?
Even he'll still drop it then.
Man, he got wide receivers that still dropping passes right now.
He got old hands and he wears a diaper. Stop.
Oh, my God.
That's cold play.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
It's the BR18.
I'm riding for you, T.O.
Me too, T.O. I ain't with Super Day. We usually agree, but not today.
Me too, T.O.
Let's go,
I'm
baby.
with you too. Let's go.
48, that's inspiring.
Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. I'm so sick of talking about this Will Smith stuff, but after the Will Smith slap, his talent agency reportedly thought about letting him go. According to Page 6, a leadership retreat held by Smith's agency, Creative Arts Agency, better known as CAA, CAA became the site of a debate as to whether or not to keep him or not as a client. Apparently, CAA is in the process of acquiring ICM, the agency that represents Chris Rock, so the company was at a crossroads. However, Richard Lovett, who represents Smith, didn't want to lose the King Richard star. Lovett was even described as frazzled when the agency supposedly discussed the matter. Meanwhile, a CAA spokesperson claimed there is no truth to these rumors. Well, shoot, it came from somewhere. All right, y'all, moving on. Coachella is still scrambling to find a replacement for Kanye West. He was headlining Sunday, April 17th and 24th at the festival. TMZ reports the organizers were eager to get Silk Sonic, but were shot down because the Grammy-winning duo would not have enough time to put a show together. That's strange because they always got a show together. They always performing, but I guess if they wanted to put something special together, they didn't have time. According to the outlet, The Weeknd and the Red Hot Chili Peppers are currently the top contenders. Ye pulled out of the tour Monday, with Variety reporting that he had not rehearsed or prepared for the show. What y'all think about that?
I like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I do too. Red Hot Chili
Give it
Peppers.
away. Give it away.
Give it away
like,
now.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Last but not least, y'all, now that social distancing is over, fans are excited that Carpool Karaoke is back, and Nicki Minaj is set to be the first guest that joins James Corden for the return of the hit show. Nicki will appear on April 18th, and that is going to be funny because she's a funny character. I like watching her on stuff. I think we're going to wrap up the hot spot on... Yo?
Real quick, Super Dad, I got time to read a quick letter from a listener? Just real quick. Yes. Turn the music down for a second. First, I want to say thank everybody for listening to the morning show. Somebody wrote, Dear Ricky, no, I'm serious because I was going through a lot this morning because you share, it said, Dear Ricky, because you share so much with us, especially about losing older family members, and I get emotional along with you. The reason right here is because, yes, I thought about you yesterday and how it was when you lost your grandfather, and because I lost mine as well 3 months ago today, and yesterday I had an incredible experience. I had just walked into Ross store and felt my granddaddy reaching out to me, and they had his name. I'm not getting emotional. They had his name on top of the rack of clothes, and I broke down and cried that night because I knew that was him. Because why would they just have his name on the clothes rack at Ross? Clarence.
What was his name?
No. Clarence.
Not Clarence.
Jeremy. Don't do that, y'all.
Yeah.
Jeremy, don't do that. Jerry.
Oh, got a famous
All right.
No, man. When people be writing in, we have to show love to the fans that listen to the morning show.
Right.
Rest in peace, Clarence. And if anybody go into any store and see his name up there over a rack of clothes, man, y'all keep this fan lifted. You know what? Just go to commercial day. I'm not going to sit up here.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.